Hey, shalom, shalom. First off, I'd like to say, call halal, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shah Bahashim Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me. Also would like to say peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect, the Akim that's pushing his word in all sincerity and faith throughout the four corners of the earth. For the few sisters who watch and believe, shalom to you as well. Shalom to all of the new fruit, the new viewership, new believers coming into the faith. Just back with another lesson. It's beautiful how the spiritual temple is being rebuilt all through the process of brothers gathering together throughout the four corners of the earth, pushing his word rather, because right now it's more so a spiritual temple that's being built. Because if it was an actual physical temple, just like during the time of Ezra and Nehemiah, you would have Esau, Edom, chief enemy number one, and all the other heathen nations, and even 2/3 of our own people, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you would be trying to hinder the building process. But I just wanted to get a few precepts, Lord willingness to edify, that the Lord is putting the spirit on the prophets to raise the nation back up, man. Just as we were in the days of old, during the time of King David, because the house of David is being back reestablished as in the days of old. Because the last time both the northern and the southern kingdom were all together was under Solomon. And pretty much after Solomon's rule, the southern kingdom went into the Babylonian captivity and the northern kingdom went into the Assyrian captivity. So it's beautiful that we're all being gathered back as one through the preaching of this word, man. But I'm going to start off here in Isaiah 61:1. And just pardon the noise. I'm just going on my little nature walk around the neighborhood. So you might hear cars whizzing by and all of that. But hey, just like I said, man, it's always going to be something that's going to try to hinder the building. But I'm going to start off here in Isaiah 61:1. It says, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because the Lord had appointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. And good tidings, another word for that is the gospel. That's the good news. The good news is only for the elect of the nation of Israel. But it's bad news for, the other heathen nations round about, and also 2/3 on this side, man. It says, because the Lord had anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. And the scripture says the meek shall inherit the earth. It says, he has sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. So that's what's happening right now, man. The nation of Israel, which going back to the curses in Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, man, we're the lowest of the low. We're a proverb and a byword amongst all the other heathen nations, man. And we're just completely broken as a nation of people. But it all starts with the prison of our mind, man. Our mind is being expanded so we can receive this word and we can recognize that we're the sons of the Most High. It says to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. So also in the process of preaching this word, this is something that gives us comfort, man. Because there's a lot of different things you see going on, uproars, turmoil of the people. But right now, the spirit is being placed on us to receive this word for the hopeful elect and to go out and teach. And that gives comfort to the elect, man. Because we go through a lot of hell. We go through a lot of adversity, and especially the prophets, that persecution process, you know what I'm saying? But that word, that's what's something that brings us comfort, knowing the latter end of things, knowing that the Most High, he's a man that he should not lie, and that major prophecies coming to pass, man. The kingdom of heaven is about to be established with the Most High's people are about to be set back up in rulership. Okay? So it also says in John 14, Yahweh Shah said, I shall leave you a comforter, man, which the comforter is this word, man. And furthermore, these prophecies bring us comfort, man. When we just go out on the highways and the byways, first and foremost, when we, put up these shows, that's how we exhort the body to continue in the faith, man, as we see the day of the Lord approaching, man. But as I started off saying, the tabernacle of David is being reestablished through the preaching of the word. you know? So I'm gonna get this real quick, actually. Just bear with me real quick. I'm gonna go to Amos, the 9th chapter. And I'm gonna start at, where is it at? Yeah, I'll just get right to the point. This is Amos chapter 9, verse 11. It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen. And you got a lot of these so-called Christians, they don't ever talk about the house of David, man. You know? But we understand that we're part of that house of David, man, which is being reestablished as in the days of, it's going to say it. It says, Amos 9 and 11, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen and close up the breaches thereof, and I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days, of old. So the tabernacle of David is being reestablished as in the days of old, man. Meaning we're the Lord's people, we're about to be back in power, man. Like I know some brothers, I got it from the brothers out there in the Bay, they say it's a takeover going on, man. The whole earth recognizes that the children of Israel were the salt of the earth, man. You know, even though we're in this low state right now, you know, these other nations, they can recognize that the spirit of the Most High is on us. And especially the prophets, the men that have been ordained to go out and preach this gospel. So the tabernacle of David, we're being raised back up through the spirit of the Lord, through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of his word, man. It says that they may possess, because you got a lot of our people, man, they like to shy away when we talk about having dominion. Jake always talking about we was kings, but when we actually talk about dominion type things like possession, especially when it talks about having servants among the other nations, our people want to shy away from that, man. Our people want to be equal with every damn body, but the Most High is not with that, man. King David, King Solomon, man, they weren't trying to be equal with none of them heathens that was round about. Amos 9 and 12. It says that they may possess. So when you possess something, that means you have ownership. It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom, chief enemy number one, Esau, Edom, which that's the self-proclaimed nation of white people today. It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all the heathen. So all the heathen, man, they're going to be our possession in the kingdom of heaven. And we're going to rule over them with a rod of iron. That's part of the glad tidings. That's part of the good news that brings comfort to those that mourn right now, man. We got something that's worth fighting for, man. All of these other heathen nations, man, they setting up shop in our people's neighborhoods, man, selling them all types of poison, treating them like shit, throwing the change on the counter. You should want, that's part of having a rulership mind, is wanting to possess the heathen. It says that they may possess the remnant of Edom and all of the heathen which are called by my name, saith the Lord that doeth this. So it ain't even up to us, man, whether we want it or not. It says, saith the Lord that doeth this. So this is the will of the Lord for the nation of Israel to be reestablished as a nation of people in power, having sovereignty, and possessing the heathen nations, man. They gonna all have to be under subjection to the nation of Israel in the kingdom of heaven, man. And it's gonna be beautifully worked out for everybody involved, man. Eventually, you know, the other heathens outside of Esau, Edom, they're gonna have their own portions of land and everything, but they all gonna pay tribute to us. They're all gonna be subject to the nation of Israel. Matter of fact, I'll get this in Isaiah the 14th chapter. And I just said walk past some Edomites too earlier. This is Isaiah 14 and 1. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. And we know that Jacob's name was changed to Israel when he wrestled with the angel. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob. So it doesn't say the whole world. Just like they like to push that John 3 and 16 doctrine in these churches, man, that the Lord, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, which we know in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shai, that he's coming back to redeem and save everybody, man. That's false. That's a false narrative. It says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob So for one, the only nation of people that's worthy of receiving mercy is the nation of Israel, man, which we know according to biblical prophecy consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, mainly here in Great Babylon, America, but also spread throughout the four corners of the earth according to prophecy. All right. Back in Isaiah 14:1, it says, for the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. So all of our people, man, that have been scattered, that may have lost their culture, their heritage, so to speak, because we were all at one point, you know, Gentiles before we were awakened to this truth, man. Most of us, we didn't come up in keeping the customs and in the what's the word I'm looking for? Keeping the customs in the culture of being Israelites, man, you know. But we're all going to be joined together in the kingdom of heaven, man. And right here in the Old Testament, right here in Isaiah 14, this is a future prophecy, man. This prophecy hasn't come to pass yet, you know. And that's why these so-called Christians, they don't like to deal with these prophecies, man, because it's not for their well-being. It says here's the point I really want to get into. It gets juicy, baby. You know, let's cut in the steak. It says, Isaiah 14:2, and the people shall take them. And what people is that talking about? The Lord's people, the nation of Israel, man. Starting with the elect who gonna be delivered on this side, you know. And the people shall take them. That them is pertaining to the heathen nations, man. The meaning non-Israelites. Those are the heathens, man. It says, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So it says clear to the point, man. We're gonna basically take those captives. We're gonna take those captives who we were captive of. And who took us captive? Of course, we're under captivity right now to these red Hebrew Edomites, man, the so-called white people. But all of these other heathen nations at some point had the nation of Israel in captivity, man. So, and it says, and they shall rule over their oppressors. So the main nation of people right now that's oppressing the nation of Israel is Esau, Edom. And it says we shall rule over our oppressors. It doesn't say that we're gonna have a joint alliance, that we're gonna have equality. No, it says we shall rule over our oppressors, man. Verse 3, it says, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thy sorrow and from thy fear and from the hard bondage wherein thou was made to serve. And that's the time that we're looking forward to, man. You know, which the scripture says in Hebrews, the 4th chapter, we have to labor to enter into that rest, man. So we're coming into a point now where the Lord, he's basically going to give us rest from all the bondage and the hardcore affliction and captivity that's been placed on us, man. You know, that cup of affliction is being pulled away from us, and it's about to be poured on the other nations, man. So that's a beautiful thing to look forward to, man. I just want to do a quick lesson, like I said, as I was walking. So Lord willing, this edified, man, this is something that I have that's worth fighting for, so to speak. We're not fighting in vain. When we go out and preach this word, when we make our bodies a living sacrifice to serve the Lord and just basically putting off this world, man, we're not doing these things in vain, man. We got a big opportunity to look forward to in the kingdom, man. You know, actually having sovereignty first and foremost, being able to live in a righteous kingdom where the quality of the air, the water, the food, the women, so on and so forth, everything is just going to be in complete order, man. So with all being said, man, it's a beautiful time. Brothers, hold fast to the faithful word. So I'll end it out with that. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, peace and blessings to the elect.